Let's get started. People are here. Put you on mute. Okay. So, good morning. Ideally, you want your phones or iPads, your cameras towards your mat so I can see you. Not that we have that much time that I can make individual corrections, but if I see someone or something that needs correcting, I can just mention it. And that normally applies to everyone. We can all do what all of us need to amend or adjust as we go along. So we've got the yoga mat. I am going to use a chair if you have a chair. If you don't, we'll do our best to manage without a chair. If you've got any chair in your house, this is like a yoga chair, but anything like this that has an open back or just a normal chair will do. We're just using it for support. I'm not using it for what this chair does because not everyone has this kind of chair for their practice. If you have a yoga block, which is usually like this horizontal, that would be really handy. Please, one or two of these would be handy for our practice this morning. And if not, then perhaps you have something that you can sit on at some point, a pillow or some support to just support your base of your spine. But to start with, we're going to be going on our knees. Now, most of you, I hope, have a yoga block like this. It's foam, it's flat, it's rectangle. If you don't, then at least something that you can put your knees on, a firm pillow, because we're going to be starting with our knees on the foam block this morning. The chair is there to help you go to something if we need it. I'm just going to move my chair to the end of the mat. I've got space behind me, so just in case you can have if you have space where you are and you have a wall behind you, that would help. If you're doing yoga in your lounge and you've got your sofa or your settee, the base of your sofa is handy. You can use the base like I've got the sofa here, I've got the wall on this side. So whatever works best, even the back of the door really helps to look for stability and build some strength as we go along in our practice this morning. So can we have the knees on the foam block, curl the toes under. Now when we curl toes under, it can be quite unpleasant. See how you go. Curl the toes under, take your hands behind you and even see if you can nip the little one under, which is the little toe, because that one doesn't want to listen. So we try and curl the little toe under too, and we sit on the heels. When we sit on the heels with toes in a toe squat, with the knees supported on a foam block, we're opening up the arches of our feet. At the same time, we're bringing circulation back to the feet. Plus, it's unpleasant, but it's healthy for the feet. If it's really unpleasant and you're finding it really hard to sit, just come off it. And your knees are not on the floor and they're supported. So you've got this option to come off it. If you can stay for a little while longer. And if you can stay and go a little deeper, we take our hands behind us. We tuck the tail forward and we lengthen. So we're looking at lengthening this area, this quad here, and opening up the groins here. It's a lot of work, just a few more seconds, palms on your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Try and keep the shoulders down and fully exhale here. We'll now put the hands on the floor. We haven't gone to the chair yet. Move your knees a little further back. Now, with the knees raised, it gives us an opportunity to press the palms firmly into the ground. The chair is there. Walk your hands a little further underneath your chair and move your hips back a little bit and have your knees underneath your hips. So press your palms. The arms are extended a little bit further away, and I'd just like you to take your hips back. So the knees are raised, the hips are back, and we're just getting an extension through our arms here. Now, please don't drop the head. Can you bring space through the side body and bring your ears in line with the upper inner arms? So that's where I'd like you to go. Take a breath in, and then just simply take the gaze down to the floor. Take your gaze down to the floor. So a lot of you will invariably hold the head up. What that will do is that will strain your neck. Try and take the gaze down towards the floor so you're not straining your neck. That doesn't mean you drop the head down. Yeah, so a little more. Some of you need to like release the head so you're not straining your neck. We want a long neck. We want the ears in line with the upper inner arms. We want to press the palms and get length through your arms. Take a deep breath out. Exhale. Move your hips back a little more, and then take an inhale and bring yourself back up onto your knees. Great. And we're going to, from here, bring the left foot forward. We'll use the chair now, hands on the chair. Bring your left foot underneath your chair seat. Now, we're going to make the right foot flat. So when you flatten the right foot, we haven't curled the toes under. I'd like you to roll onto the little toe side a little bit. So these are very intricate details here, because that's what we do in Iyengar yoga. This is Iyengar yoga, and we're very, very detailed. We're very much about precision. We're very much about connecting the dots. When you roll the foot to the little toe side, the foot is flat. You'll get an awareness in your groin, the left groin. Feel the opening in the left groin and gently slide your left knee back a little bit. So as you slide the left knee back, slowly does it, feel the opening come through the front of your thigh, that quad muscle, and feel how you lengthen through what we call the hip flexor here. Plus, it's working around the back here. So we're working deep through the psoas muscle here. So we're coming round, we're getting this lovely opening through your thigh bone. So rather than just say, okay, put your knees down, let's squat, let's open up the thigh. No, we want to get a little more detailed here. Exhale, take it further, left forearm on the chair. Get length through your side body. Lovely. Right forearm on the chair from your inner right, the right forearm on the chair, the left forearm on the chair. The bent knee forearm is on the inner knee. And then again, release your gaze down. Some of you might be able to release the forehead down on the chair. And I'd just like you to go here and go to your breath. So I want you to breathe in through your side ribs. So see if you can take the breath into your ribs. And don't try and breathe in too much towards the head. Just stay low with your inhalation through the side body and a slow exhalation. You don't have to straighten the back leg. We're not working with a straight back leg, so don't strain it. You can leave the knee down if possible. Just rest the knee and work through the quad and the groin. And then from here, take an inhale, bring yourself up. So when you come back up and you have both knees back on your foam block, or whatever support you've chosen, the foam block works really well because it's firm and yet there's a slight give in it. Yeah. Whereas pillows and they're uneven. At least this is steady. Curl the toes under again and go back and fix those little toes. They're probably not curling under by themselves. And sit up. And just close your eyes, put your hands on your thighs, try and move the shoulders down. So don't focus too much on taking the shoulders back. Just move the shoulders down because the opening through the hips and the groins will bring lightness to the upper body. Observe your left side. Observe your right side. Observe your left shoulder. Observe your right shoulder. Exhale completely. And we'll do the other side. Other foot comes forward. So again, hands on the seat. First of all, we make the back foot flat. And then we're going to roll onto the little toe side as we gently slide the knee off. So as the knee slides off, we get a little awareness on the hamstring on the bent knee side. You're rolling onto the little toe side of your back foot. Slowly does it. So you get a little slide off, you get awareness through the quad, take your time. And then the back leg forearm on the chair, get extension, and now the other. And then releasing the forehead, And just so you can release the neck, release the gaze down, and go to your breath. So coming into a really deep lunge here and working with your breath. Awareness through your side ribs, your back ribs. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come up. And let's go back onto the knees, curl the toes under. And for the last time, go back and fix the little ones and sit. And so now when you take your palms on your thighs, close your eyes, it just becomes a little easier. Just sit into a squat. It's a little more accessible. So the more you do, the better for you, apart from the fact that when you open up the soles of your feet like this and you're spreading here through the lower back, we also have an opportunity to then connect to what we call this feeling of where you normally tip forward, you want to tuck your tailbone forward and sit further deeper into the toe squat. From here, we'll take our hands on the chair and bring ourselves up and walk over the block and just do a forward bend. So feet are hip width, and you can either go all the way down to your toes and let the back of the hands be on the floor. This will take your head on the chair for some of you. For some of you, please use the chair for your forearms if you need chair support. So you choose, because we're all at different levels here. I'm not, everyone's hamstrings, everyone's legs every morning are different. So don't overdo it. Just have your feet hip width and hang forward. You have the options of the chair, you have the floor, but we're not working the hands on the fingers. You're just letting the back of the hands drop. And if you wish to use the chair, you let the top of the head rest on the chair. I would like you to straighten your legs though. So if those legs, the knees are bent and the thighs are inactive, move the skin of your kneecaps up, move your thigh bones up, and let's see if you can take your hip bones up. And we'll bring a little bit of awareness into what we mean by that after your next exhale. And then press your feet, inhale, please slowly bring yourself up. Take your time. Now, bring your legs together, mountain pose. I'd like to just talk about mountain pose. There's a few of you I haven't seen before. Can you bring your feet together and pick up your phone block? I don't know how many of you have a phone block. Let me just quickly check whether you all actually have one, so that's wonderful. One person, maybe not. Okay. If not a phone block, do you have a brick or something? Anything? Oh, you do. That's great, right? So bring your feet together. Everyone bring your feet together, please. Can we have our feet together? Great. Just be here with your feet together, your inner heels together, and your big toe mount together. And then just take a moment and separate the toes. And now press your inner heels down and press your outer heels down. And then take your awareness to the area underneath the big toe and the little toe. So there's 4 corners of your feet. Find them. If you close your eyes, you're probably going to move around a little bit because we don't all have balance. We don't all have that standing strength because one foot, one leg is doing something different to the other foot and the other leg, and so on. And the energy as we go higher towards the hips and the shoulders and the thoracic, and some of us don't even have a happy relationship between what we call the lower triangle and the upper triangle. So we really do need to come to our center. So I'd like you to take your awareness to your upper inner thighs and press the inner heels, bend the knees, part a little bit, don't part too much. This is slim enough to go right between your thigh bones up horizontal. Now, if you have a break, you can do it. You do not want to separate the feet if you can help it. If you're going to lose your balance, have your hands against the wall or have a chair and put your hands on the chair. Press the inner heels, the big toe mount, squeeze that block and straighten the legs. So now take your awareness to your inner thighs and the brick, the block or the brick. Most of you have a block. I'd like you to just take your inner thighs to the block. So just imagine you just have inner thighs. Take your inner thighs to the block and squeeze the block or the brick that you have. Feel how that awareness of your upper inner thighs takes the inner heels down, separates the toes for you, and brings a little more balance through the feet. So there's certain areas of our legs that are untouched for some of us and inactive. So you want to focus on, well, I need to wake this area up because this is probably one of the most important areas we need to bring energy through what we call the earth energy, which is the base of our energy center. Hands on the hip bones here, please. And now you can feel your own hip bones as you squeeze the block, move the hip bones up towards your abdomen. And then for a moment, as you press your inner heels down, move these hip bones away from one another. And then squeeze the block again and move your upper inner thighs back. So what that's doing is fine-tuning the pelvis. We move the hip bones up and away, then we squeeze the block and it moves the inner thighs back. So we're getting a little bit of this and we're getting a little bit of this, and we're fine-tuning the strength of the legs all the way up here. And that's what we're looking for. Mountain pose legs, arms extend all the way down. Open the palms, extend the fingers, and feel the separation from your shoulders and your ears. Take a moment here. Close your eyes if you can, but if you're going to lose your balance, you don't have to. On the same token, don't harden the eyes. Keep the eyes soft. Don't do the work with the eyes. Do the work with your feet, your legs, your arms, and your hands. Exhale. And on that note of your breath, if you find it hard to exhale through your nose, gentle air coming out of your nose, exhale from your mouth. Inhale from the mouth, exhale from the mouth. Slowly does it. Then try inhale nose, exhale mouth. And then eventually, of course, we want to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. The nose is for breathing, but we use the mouth at times when we need to. Just another moment here. And now take the awareness of these legs with you as we move on. Release, bend, release. We'll just put that to the side. Straighten for a moment and observe your mountain pose. So there's a little lightness that we've invited to this area in the upper inner thighs. And take that awareness with you now as we move on. Hands on the chair, step back. So when you step back, this is just adapting downward facing dog with your hands on the chair. Hold the seat of your chair, have your feet hip width, and move your upper inner thighs back. Just think, can I move my upper inner thighs back where I had my block? Look at your feet. Some of us, actually a lot of us, what happens is the heels tend to come in. So take your eyes to your inner heels and don't let the outer heels come in. Let the outer heels line up with your little toes. So you get 2 straight legs, 2 straight arms, and 2 straight sides of your trunk. Some of you can walk back a little bit further for sure, because eventually you want to take the hands on the floor for downward facing dog. But I'm using the chair right now. Take one more exhale here. And then from here, this is your maximum step back, and then look forward. So if your heels are not on the floor, walk in and put your heels on the floor. And now press the heels on the floor and look forward. Your feet are hip width. I'd like you to turn the right toes out a little bit, which will leave your heel in, and step your left foot forward. So with the left foot forward and the right toes turned out a little bit, we line the heels up. They're still hip width. Now, walk your hands further on your chair seat and think about the area where we had that block, and move your upper inner thighs back and feel the separation through the buttocks, the pelvis, and get the length in your side body. Release your gaze down, take your gaze back, take a breath in, and breathe out. So we're doing this on the chair. And if we were to go into the full posture, which is Parsvottanasana, extended forward bend, we would have the hands on either side of that left foot. But what happens is we lose the pelvis, it tilts. We struggle to keep the legs straight. And so we use the chair to educate how the balance and the pelvis should be. So we'll take one more exhale here. And then take an inhale. We'll just step the left foot back so it's in line with the right. So we're equidistant when we do the other side, and extend your hips back. Take a moment, breathe out. And the other side, let's nip the left toes out a little bit so the heel comes in and the right foot will come forward. And again, the hands on the chair seat and extend the hips back. So inner thighs back. Feel the opening come through your inner legs, the pelvis, the side body. And then release your gaze. Try and find length through your side body. And so you can take your breath through the side and soften the abdomen as you exhale. And again, remember what we said about the breath. If you're finding it challenging when you're in a pose to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose, just exhale through the mouth. You will connect to the belly if you do your exhale. Better to do that than get stuck and hold on to your breath under your throat and then harden your facial muscles or use your senses to do the work. Inhale, come up. And simply step forward, and feet are hip width, and choice of forward bend, either our hands on towards the floor, head towards a chair, but you've got the chair there. So again, in a forward bend, we don't tip forward enough. We tend to sit in the heels. You've got your chair, you should not have the fear of coming forward. So some of you are still a bit heavy in your heels. Can you bring the weight forward to the front of your toes? You've got the chair, you're not going to fall over. Put your forearms on the chair if you need to, but tip forward, tip forward. So you come, bring the weight forward, so you get a little more awareness all the way to the upper thighs, the back of the thighs. Let the head go, please. Again, this tendency of holding the head up, let your head just hang. Like a piece of fruit's about to drop off the tree, let it hang. So you recover and you calm the nervous system down. And take one breath in. Observe the way you're breathing. And exhale. And as you press your feet, draw the lower belly to the spine. So you're using your center, press the feet. If you need to bend your knees, please do. Inhale, come up. Nice. And we'll go ahead and use the chair. So let's use the chair. And can we have the chair on your right side, please? The chair on the right side. Now, you may want a bit more support. If you find that you don't have what we call standing strength and balance, you can have a wall behind you. It's really handy to work with some wall support as well, especially when we're doing such deep work through the legs and the limbs. We're using the limbs to do the practice. So whatever you do here with me, you then take that into your Pilates or your strength training, or just a yoga class where maybe it's not so detailed to attention. There is detail, but this is like really specific. And I'm doing it more because of the platform we're on, and we're looking at bone density and strengthening through the bones and the muscle groups. So the chair is on my right side. We're going to do some standing strength for the left leg to start. Right foot, turn the foot so the foot faces the right, and put it on the chair so it's nice and open. It's a nice way to open your hip. You can put your right palm on the inner knee. And think about what I said on the hip joints. I said we want to lift them up and we want to move them away. So that's what you need to do. Before you carry on, can you look down at your left foot? Did your heel come in? It will come in if we're not careful, because we're not used to lining up that outer heel in line with a little toe. I'd like you to check, take it out. that will knit this hip in. I'd like you to now take your awareness back on this hip joint here. And internally, physically, it won't move, but it will if you really want it to move. Don't turn your head. That's the easiest. The head, I know, right? The head doesn't turn the hip. Go here and move this area, the pelvis, the hip over to the left, not your head, not your eyes. That stays in the middle. Because of course we do everything with the eyes, because we use the senses for everything. So leave your hand here, the awareness of this hip going off to the left as we take the back of the right arm down to the inner right ankle here. So we get a nice side extension. And then this hand may just slide up. You may want to take it to the lower back. You want to press the outer left heel and see how you feel. You can grab the big toe here with 2 fingers off your right hand and press the thumb on the toenail to get a little more activity through the side body if you wish. Because eventually when we have the feet on the floor for what we call triangle pose, this is how far. If adding on, you want to take the left arm up, we get a little more, but don't struggle with the left arm, please. If it's a not straight arm, leave it on the lower back. If the arm goes over in line with the ear, then we take the arm over in line with the ear. We press the left heel, we take a breath in, extend, rotate the gaze towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, arm comes back, arm releases, gently does it, press the left heel, come on. So we can do lots like this. Then of course we would take it to the floor because it becomes one of the yoga poses which are quite demanding and challenging. But I'm using it to strengthen your leg. When you stand again and you go back to mountain pose, close your eyes for a moment and observe your left leg compared to your right leg. You don't have to do too much to fix it because that fixed it better. So we observe for a moment. Go to the breath. Take an opportunity to do your breathing in your practice. I know we sometimes just spend time doing breathing, but we want to incorporate the breath with the practice. Move the chair to the other side. We're so short on time. And then come here. So we've got the chair on the left. So just check in. So we know that that left foot feels great. We'll do the same with the right. And let's first of all fix the right foot, ensure the heel is in line with the little toe, and let's go to the hip opener. Those of you who love balancing and doing tree pose, the next part would be heel up in the groin. We would then go into tree. But for now, we're just doing this. So let's line it up first. Awareness on this right leg now. Hip bone will just be here, back of the left hand. We're just going to move the knee back a little bit. That will bring the hip forward. You know what to do. We want to take the awareness. I use hip joint but it's more than that. There's a lot going on here. You know, it's lifting, working through the pelvis. It's opening up through the psoas. There's a lot going on. It's tapping into what we call now the area above the earth energy, the water area. It's looking at your kidneys, your adrenals. There's organs here that we need to create space for so they work for us at their optimum best. How are we doing? Let's go down. That's it. Take your time. Maybe this arm will go to the lower back. So we know that I want to press my right heel and I want to feel the extension come through the ribs here. And just be still. Don't rush your practice. You know, doing it slower, doing it like this is actually more challenging and it's harder, but we're more wiser for it. The body will thank you. Take another breath in. Draw the lower belly up if you want to take the arm up so you're connecting to your center. Go ahead and fix that right heel a little more. Perhaps from the right heel, the right hip, this arm will go over without you dropping your head. Can we line the ear up in line with the upper inner arm? And just look for that extension, look for that lovely space here through your side ribs, and go ahead and take a breath in. Yeah, take your time, don't overdo it. You can come back to this in your own practice at any time. Do another breath in. Exhale fully. Press your right foot. Inhale to come up and bring yourself up. And then very slowly work on balance and come down. So eventually, when you have your feet together again, take time. And you can be using the wall, you can be using the chair, you can be doing anything, and then you would just have to focus on balancing. You could lift the left foot up and try and balance. We're not saying go into a yoga tree. It's not about that. It's not about get to the final pose, do a fancy tree pose. It's about you looking for your standing strength and looking for balance through your joints. So you could be working on using the chair, because you want to be working on standing strength. The same with the other foot. And again, both are different, right? So you want to think about how is it. So test. You've got the chair, you've got the wall. Fine. Can I lift up a little bit? How do I feel if I come here? Can I? So lots going on. I myself have developing. Well, I have not. I'm developing. I have absolutely. I've got inflammatory osteoporosis in my foot. You know, I saw Mr. Attire for that. So, of course, and I couldn't even balance on the foot, but because I took time, I went back to practice. I was so busy teaching, I forgot about my own feet. So I went back to practice. I went back to what I do best for others, and then I wasn't doing it for myself. And now, even though it's still swollen, I have two different looking feet, one more swollen than the other, but I finally got my balance back, only because I took the awareness back in the entire leg. If the area that's affected is one area, don't neglect all the other areas, because they all support the neglected or the affected areas. So very important that whatever it is going on with you, in whichever capacity, everything else is functioning as best as possible, we hope. And we make everything else much stronger around the affected area. Please sit on your chair and take your hips all the way back into your chair. If you can hold your chair legs and line your feet up with your chair legs in the front, and take your hands on the chair legs at the back, bring the side body forward. We need to even out the pelvis. Take your head down and then release the back of the hands, let them drop. Let the side body drop. Just let it go, get heavy. And consciously note, are you dropping your head? So I'd like you to take your hands gently at the back of your head and just guide your head down a little bit. Stretch your neck a little bit. Guide your head down. So we learn that little more, that we need to let the head go just a little bit more. And that will give you a lovely stretch and extension right near the upper neck area. So put your hands at the back of the head and gently move the head down a little more. There you go. And feel the space come in the lower back. Take a deep breath into your back. See if you can bring the breath into your upper back chest. And exhale again. The compression around the abdomen on the thighs. Breathe into that compression. And breathe out through that compression. And inhale, come up. Knees together. Sit at the front of the chair. And then very slowly, we take the back of the right hand outside the left knee. You can hold on to the top of the chair, give yourself a little turn, release the spine. Don't let the left knee come forward, because it will want to come forward. And again, just take a breath in. Exhale. Soften the abdomen. Press your feet come up, and the other hand outside the other knee. And don't let that outer knee come forward, because it'll want to come forward. Put on the top of the chair. Get a lovely turn in your back body. Do one more exhale. And release. And then just rest your back on the floor and your calves on your chair. To end our very short practice together. Hips, tail forward, head support. You can put the foam block under your head and let the back rest for a moment. Let your legs rest. Let the legs drop. Come back into the abdomen softening and the lower back region. releasing into the ground, please. So take a few moments, do rest, even though it's a very short practice, we've still activated beneath the skin surface. So take a few moments and rest on your back. Rest the legs.